Cohen up a game. And you got to remember, because we've covered this match a couple times, this matchup, Death Shadow versus Burn's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of play to it. And you want to get, you don't want to fly too close to the sun from the Burn side. You don't want to get them too low and not be able to finish out the game. So ideally, you get in some chip shots with some creatures. You allow them to do some work themselves with their various effects. And then you push them to the point where they don't have, their life total isn't low enough to just kill you with Death Shadow. And if it gets low enough, then you can just finish off the game with a bunch of burn spells.
The reveal here is a Tarmogoyf. Fatal Push? Yes. Now my question is, how many cards does Benjamin Bastin have in hand? He's got a Path and a Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
I don't like that. Tarmogoyf is the draw.
I don't know how much information. It looks like Cohen has cast a Thoughtseize. His position here is much better than the life total would suggest.
Yes.
With an empty table here, because Bastion's hand is nothing.
Cohen thinking about going down to 5 for the Tarmogoyf. He will go to 5. Here's a Traverse. Yeah, it's time to get the real threat. Gonna go get the Death Shadow.
Attention Magic players, we wanted to let you know that the StarCityGames.com dealer booth.
Does it have a second Death Shadow maybe? Nope, just one. Yep, definitely path that. Don't worry about shuffling your deck. I'm gonna let you get a land. Now hey, 2 good top decks here from Benjamin Bastin. We're going to game 3.
Yep, and Cohen with no pressure and Tarmogoyf's on the slower side. Death Shadow's the real prize there.
Monastery Swiftspear is a decent start.
Open, it definitely increases the range of kills now. Now Boros Charm does it.
And Cohen's hand's not great. You know, he's got a Terminate, a Liliana, and a Tarmogoyf.
It's a lot of turns.
The draw is a Bauble. Gonna target Benjamin. You can't give away any reaction there, no matter what you see. Gotta be a stone wall. There's Tarmogoyf with Terminate at the ready. So now when Cohen passes back, he'll get to draw a card. Delayed cantrip trigger. So long as he does remember, which he does. Picked up a Verdant Catacombs. Bastion will draw. Shard Volley.
Good sweats.
Yeah.
So many good sweats.
Definitely
here.
good sweats.
So can get Cohen to 1. And a lot of cards in Cohen's deck cannot be played once he is at 1.
That's true.
But Bastion's looking at a fairly short clock himself here with the Tarmogoyf being a 6/7. Good sweats.
Benjamin will just pass the turn back. I think you got to get Terminating. Maybe. We'll see.
It's tough because you would like to leave the Instant in your hand, ideally, with a deck that has so many haste threats.
That's Goblin Guide. You're obviously worried about that.
So if there's a way to manage it in such a way where you could leave the Terminate in your hand and allow, say, Liliana the Veil to finish off the Swiftspear, that would be better. But I don't think Cohen has that luxury right now.
And I don't think Cohen has any interest in going to 3. Draw a card. Street Wraith, huh?
And remember, he knows about the Shard Volley on top of the deck because of the Bauble.
Right, right.
So he can't say, crack the fetch land and just hard cast the Street Wraith and get busy, because that gets him killed, and he knows it.
The only thing that, I think the only thing to do is get busy here with Tarmogoyf.
Yep.
Cross those fingers.
I don't mind playing Liliana and plussing. That's fine.
Yep. All right, there's Liliana the Veil. Got to move it up here in just a moment. I think we're going to see Cohen discard a land. Yep. Sacred Foundry down for Bastion. Yeah, get the beatdowns going, I think, Justin. Don't want to play any more turns. So Benjamin's going to fall down to 10. What do we draw? What do we draw? Eidolon of the Great Revel.
That's one of the few whiffs here.
Yep. There are not a ton, but that is one of them. Bastion going to fall down to 9.
Yeah, any haste creature would be good enough. Any spell. Land's no good. Path to Exile is a million draw steps potentially if you happen to find that. But Eidolon, one of the bad ones.
So I think we're going to see Shard volley first. Yep. Say go to you. Put you down to 1. Now here comes Eidolon. Pass the turn back. Justin on tap. He'll draw a card. Didn't get a good look.
Traverse.
Which is actually fine.
Well, if he has a Gore Clan Rampager in his deck, it's a kill.
Yes, it is.
But it does not appear as though he has one.
He's going to go traversing, I think. Yeah, Tarmogoyf goes up to a 7 because there's an enchantment in the graveyard now. No 7/8 on that 6-sider. I would have made the same mistake, trust me. What's he want to traverse for?
I don't think he has anything that leads to a kill.
Just Death Shadow?
Death Shadow at least gives him a blocker, so it covers him against a haste creature.
Yep.
And a removal spell.
Yep.
So then it puts Bastion on drawing a spell or not.
So it's just got to be a burn spell here now.
Yeah.
Goblin Guy's not going to do it. Swift Spear's not going to do it. None of that stuff's going to do it. So it's Fade 1. Cross the fingers to get to that 9-0.
Good sweat. Good sweat coming.
Swift Spear's not it. Justin Cohen going to win this match over Benjamin Bastin. 2-0. Death Shadow. Might not have performed very well in the hands of Jerry Thompson or Sam Black this weekend, but for Justin Cohen, he's 9-0. He's on the top of the standings to close out day number 1.
Yeah, very nice performance for him. And the jury's still out on Sam Black, 6-2, and playing for a day 2 berth right now.
Yep.
Jerry Thompson, X-3 and dropped. But even though not quite as dominant as you may have expected from that group of players playing it, Justin Cohen at the top of the standings at the end of day 1.